Wrexham, the team we have done so much Football Manager content on already. We're going to do another video on Wrexham, and this is a rebuild. We've done a Let's Play with nearly over 100 episodes and 8 seasons long. We've done a tactic rebuild from their game against Notts County, and today we're going to be using that tactic and putting it in to the rebuild test and seeing how it holds up. And more importantly, can we get Wrexham to the Premier League? I've done it once before. It's time to do it in a rebuild. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome today back to another brand new rebuild. And this one is a club that I love very dearly. Based on this season's Football Manager, I've had such great fun with them. The foundation of my whole channel and where it is today is Wrexham. The Wrexham Let's Play has been blowing up recently, so we did a tactic test on the game they played and won against Notts County. And today it's a rebuild with that very tactic. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel because it helps me out massively. You've already seen season number 1 if you've seen the video on Monday. I'll quickly go through it because, like I said, I've done it once before. It is a 115-point, nearly invincible National League season. We did also win the FA Trophy, which sadly they didn't quite manage to do in real life. A very good season this season, 115 points, 1 loss, 10 draws, 35 wins, and we go to the data hub as well. We nailed it. Just 0.52 goals conceded per game, 1.72 scored per game. Mullin, Paul Mullin, Ollie Palmer, the goal scorers. Billy Waters as well, doing very, very well. Elliot Lee doing rather well in a centre mid role. And this is the tactic. Like I said, it's based off the game where they played against Notts County, the 3-2 victory. It's a 3-5-2. Let's go through it. It's a goalkeeper and defend in goal with no further instructions. A central defender on defend, no further instructions. Central defender on cover, no further instructions. Central defender on defend, no further instructions. The left wing back, the Jacob Mendy role. The wing back on attack, cross more often, shoot less often, tackle harder. The wing back on support on the right, cross from deep, tackle harder. A Mezzala on support on the right, tackle harder. Ball in the fielder and defend in the middle, no further instructions. A centre mid on attack on the left, close down more, tackle harder. Target forward on support, tackle harder. Advance forward on attack, dribble more, shoot more, tackle harder. That is the baseline of the team. It's set up in an attacking mentality, well, it was for this season anyway. I'll be making tweaks to the formation as I go throughout the leagues because, quite simply, if I plug and play this in like League 1, I'm expecting to have quite a good year in League 2, but in League 1, would get absolutely dominated. In possession, slightly more direct passing, pass into space, play for set pieces, and fairly wide attacking. Counter, no counter press, just on the counter. I'm going to have a high press system. We're going to prevent much more the goalkeeper distribution, trigger the press as much as often as well, and get stuck in. It's the Kempy way. You have to get stuck in, you have to get the ball, and you have to win the ball as well, which is the most important thing. Going in to League 2, we've got £252,000 of the transfer budget and £45,000 of the wage budget. Let's see how we spend that money because it's going to be a great old time. Before I show you the transfers we have made for Sky Bet League 2 without any cheating, get in the comment below how many seasons is it going to take for us to have one season where we stay up in the Premier League. That is the goal for the whole entire rebuild. I'll be going for as long as it does take. If we go up to the Premier League, we get relegated, we have to build again and get them to have a safe season in the Premier League. How long is it going to take? How many seasons? What is the year going to be? Get that down in the comments down below as well. Make sure you're following on all these platforms, Twitch, TikTok, not Instagram, I say all the time, Twitter and YouTube, because it helps me out massively and it helps you guys out, staying up to date with all of the Kempy bits and bobs. Now, we are now in League 2. Where are we predicted to finish? We're going to be predicted to finish top. Of course we are. As I click it, you can see 4 to 7 favourites. We are favourites for this league. We have also got O'Connell, Foster, Mullin and Palmer in the best 11. So it sort of shows how good Wrexham really are already. Transfer history wise, I'll just show you what we did do. Obviously, first season we didn't do anything. At the end of the season, we managed to sign in Josh Sheenan from Bolton on a free contract. Welshman himself. I'm not sure if he's ever played for Wrexham. We'll have a little look. Did Josh ever come through the Wrexham Academy? He's a Swansea and Newport kind of guy. But now he's at Wrexham and hopefully he's going to absolutely smash it here. That'll be the ideal plan. And Nathan Bishop has come in as well from Manchester United. 1.2k. He looks absolutely fantastic. United is quite highly regarded. He's got 4-star potential, which I think is going to get us up to sort of League 1. So hopefully he's going to be a good enough goalkeeper for this standard. You can see even first season, we spent fairly big, £180,000 on Alfie Lloyd, who's a very good young goal-scoring striker. Great pace, great finishing about him as well. It's going to be a fantastic backup to Paul Mullin. Can he learn off the absolute king of Paul? Hopefully so. Some more signings. Ben Cottrell, a fantastic young player. Sam Murray, another very good young young player. Matty Longstaff. How's he come in then? Matty Longstaff obviously has tormented me as a Manchester United fan. I was at the game when he scored the screamer against United. And then since then, everything's gone a little bit Pete Tong. But Matty's going to see if he can revive his career here at Wrexham. In on a free contract on just £1,900 per week. Malik Mothersville, a free contract from Chelsea. Cam Candola, a free one from Wolves. Ryan Astley, a free contract from Everton. Again, another Welshman. I'm going to try and keep that sort of theme going through. He had a fairly decent season last year in League One. Signing on a free contract in League Two. He should be very, very good for us. And Sean Clare has also come in from Charlton. Another very good player. He had a decent season last year in League One, 6.69 average rating, which means he should be fairly good in that right wing back role in League Two. The team is looking like this. It's Foster, Hayden, Astley, O'Connell, Clare, McFadden, Longstaff, Sheenan, O'Connor, Palmer and Mullin. We look strong. Can we have a very good season? I'll be looking to win the league. I don't want to come second or third. We want to win the league for League Two. Let's see if we can make that happen. Well, that was close. We did come top of the league eventually. 83 points, second place 82, third place 81. All three of us separated by just 3 points and only a 3-point gap until you hit Salford. So we've done fairly well there to come first in the league. Clearly us, Crewe and Rochdale were the top 3 dogs. Paul Mullin, Ollie Palmer, dominating things as usual. You can see I've already started to rip out the squad. I've got some places that I need to address, and I'm going to make sure we do a lot of strengthening. Data Hub, we were good. We weren't the best. We again did quite well defensively, just 0.93 goals conceded per game, 1.43 goals scored per game. But it wasn't the greatest of seasons. I'd have expected to do a little bit better. In my Let's Play, I believe I hit like 110 points in League Two, and we absolutely took it by storm. But when you're rebuilding and you cannot change the tactic around quite as much, you can see I slightly changed the mentality to positive rather than being attacking. And also I changed the central defender from cover to defend. It just worked a little bit better, I suppose. In terms of everything else, it was very, very similar. We didn't really change too much. We were definitely a team on the front foot. If we just look at League Two and look at the detailed stats, how did we do in these? I mean, the overview. Only to be fair, tackles 1, most points per game 1.8. Most goals were second by 5 to Mansfield, so he certainly didn't score quite as many goals. And goals conceded, Tranmere actually blew us away because in just 30 goals. So certainly not the best of seasons here at Wrexham for season number 2, but top of the league, and it's another year of progression. Going up into League One, I'd hope for an even better season. Transfers-wise, what have McElhenney and Mr. Ryan Reynolds given us? Just £163,000 in transfer budget, 11k in wage budget. I'm quite nervous about going up into the next league because it's not going to be anywhere near as close as it was there. I think we're going to be a mid-table League One side if we don't strengthen correctly. So let's have a very good window here, 2024. Let's bless us correctly. Well, I'm all the way up to the 4th of August because I've had a real struggle in signing players this season to really improve us. And one player that I think is massively going to improve us is Tom Lockyer, a very good central defender from Wales. He looks absolutely brilliant. He was signed just a couple of years ago to Burnley for 1.3 million. We picked him up for 180,000 from Stoke, where he's moved on from Burnley. He looks very, very good, doesn't he? He's a 6 foot, 30-year-old centre-back, a little bit of experience, a little bit of that level-headedness, a very consistent player as well, who also enjoys big matches. But the 4th of August, what else have I done? Well, Dion Charles has come in, and it was an awful signing. I thought it was going to be absolutely fantastic. He's not that good, it turns out. £220,000 I spent on him, and I think I got absolutely sold down the river. He's very consistent, he enjoys big matches, and that's what I saw. The 15 finishing, the pace. He's just not that good. He's only a 2-star player. We'll see what he can do. The rest are all free transfers. And my first ever loan signing as well, Brandon Keller. I do not want to make a thing of making too many loan signings, but I think we needed him. And he looks very, very good as well as a backup rotation in midfield. Tayshaun Oakley-Boot, someone I actually signed in the Let's Play. Another very good player, 25 years old midfielder. Dylan Stevenson, I think I signed him in the Championship. He looks unbelievable. Again, released from Newcastle in this one. We're going to have to try and develop him into midfielder because he's not quite got the finish in for a striker. But as a Mazzala, he could be awesome. Rico Patterson, a young player. Casey McAteer, either wing-back player. I love that because he gives us so many options to play left wing-back and right-back. He is in. Charlie Larkin is in, a centre-mid ball winner. Taylor Ferran is in, also another player that was part of that very good side. And the team now is looking rather strong. Bishop in goal, Barmer, Astley, Lockyer. A much better defence. I'm much more happy with that. Sean Clare and Greg Lee as our 2 wing-backs. Edwards, Longstaff, Stevenson, Bloxham and Mullin. Palmer has dropped down to the bench this season fully. Tom Bloxham had a very good year last year, a very good first season with us, 15 goals in 43 appearances. He was signed for 450,000. So we're going to see if he can help us out. The media predicting us to come all the way into 10th. So we've got quite a job on our hands. Can we outdo the media? I think you know we can. Let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves up into the Championship. And into the playoffs we go then. The playoff finals. Edwards with the ball in. Backstick header. Dylan Stevenson. 1-0 Wrexham. Wigan on the ball. Ball in behind. 58th minute is a shocking mistake. And Mendes Gomez chips it over Bishop to make it 1-1. But in the 88th minute, Wrexham are not done here. A poor mistake from the Wigan goalkeeper. Heads it out. And Tayshaun Oakley boot. Take a bow, my good son. What a finish that is. And Wrexham are Championship. A 5th place finish then. Just 6 points away from automatic promotion. But it's certainly good enough for us. We are up into the Championship. 82 points. We were miles clear of Wigan, who come in 6th place. We managed to beat Blackpool. We finished 1 point above us in the playoff semi-finals before beating Wigan. Wigan somehow pulled off an absolute masterclass. 11 points clear Coventry. 1 point outside of the automatic promotion place. They absolutely bottled it, but we do not care. We are going up, so we are going up. Mullin and Bloxham, again, doing very well. Dylan Stevenson actually doing very well from central midfield as well. 18 goals and 4 assists from him. A big, big result, that one. And for the window going up, they've sort of helped us. I mean, think we had £45,000 and like 600,000 going up from the National League to League 2. League 1's the Championship. £700,000 and 18,000. That's simply not going to be enough. It's going to be a very difficult time going forward. The youth is looking good. The club is in good stead as well. We're now on 12 training facilities. I'm going to make sure we do a big pay attention to them youth facilities as well as we go up into the Championship. It's a big season. Data hub wise, we were about right. 1.24 goals per game, conceding just 0.76. So the free back is certainly doing us well. I don't think there was many 2 changes to the formation again this year. We're on a much more direct system. I think that wasn't quite the case. We're now as much direct as we can be and a slightly mid-tempo. Low crosses also, because I think it sort of helps break the game a little bit. We do look very good though. The midfield probably isn't quite strong enough. Stevenson needs a bit more training in there. Edwards probably needs to be replaced, to be honest. The wing-backs, again, okay. Is Lockyer going to be able to keep up with the pace of the Championship? We've got a big window ahead and not a lot of money to spend. Can we do it? One player I am absolutely still buzzing with, Nathan Bishop. Can he help us in the Championship? Let's go up into the Championship. Let me see you there. See what signs we can make as well. So give me 2 seconds. We'll be right back. I managed to sign 2 absolutely outrageous strikers. And I've got no idea how he pulled this off. Number 1, Jude Sunsut-Bell. He's on 16.5k a week. What a player. He does hate big matches, which is a little bit scary. But 15 finishing, 14 acceleration and 16 pace is sure to help us out. The man who was signed from Tottenham after being at Chelsea all of his youth career is going to partner the man from Manchester United, the youth king, Charlie McNeil. Started Manchester City, scored over 600 goals in the youth academy. Manchester United have poached him, and now he is a Wrexham lad. He doesn't look quite as impressive with his stats, but 15 finishing, great acceleration, great pace, 16 determination. Again, doesn't like big matches, so it's going to be difficult in them games, but them two are surely going to help us up top. Who else have we signed? Ross McCrory, released from Aberdeen. A very good midfielder. I recently saw him in an Omega Luke video where he played in the ball with a midfielder role. That is exactly where he's going to play for us. 18 determination, some very good, well-rounded stats as well. And unlike the others, enjoys big matches and is extremely consistent. £6,000 a week for him. Gabriel Oso comes in, 3.5-star centre-back. Doesn't enjoy big matches, injury prone, consistent. What a combination. He's 6 foot tall, he's 27 years of age, and he starts off in the game at Luton. He's now at Birmingham and Marseille, but now we've signed him. He's had a few years yo-yoing between the Championship and League One. Hopefully he can stay here for good. And an absolute baller of a man from QPR, Andre Dozel. I like this guy a lot in real life, a lot of technical ability. Very, very good player. He's going to help us in the midfield. And the team looks like this. Now, is this going to be good enough? I actually have no idea. This could be a very, very difficult year. Bishop in goal, Oso, Barmer, Lockyer, McAteer and Sam Murray has got the call up. The youngster we signed a few years ago is now going to play in left wing back. He's probably not good enough, but I'm gonna hope and pray he's gonna help us out. Stevenson, McGrory, Dizelle, Sunset Bell and McNeil are gonna need to absolutely help us so much. And one big change I've made is Sunset Bell is a pressing forward rather than that target forward. I'm hoping he's gonna help us out. We've still got to be much more direct, and we're gonna see if that can help us out. In the Championship, we're predicted to come 23rd, and I don't blame them at all. Brentford, Palace, Norwich, Sunderland, Sheffield United, Forest, some very big teams are here. It's going to be very, very tough. I'm hoping we can stay up. In terms of finances, Wrexham are looking good right now. £7.8 million in the bank. We're maybe a little bit overspending on the wage budget as well, £30,000. But look at the youth system we're building here. We've got a bunch of 5-star players, a bunch of 4.5-star players. In terms of the under-18s, we've got still a few 3 stars, 4 stars in there. We're just doing very well. And to be honest, we're just using the scouting and the recruitment focus, just setting it up so we go any position from a tactic. What I normally do is this. What you have to take into account with this, and this might be a little bit of a lesson for some of you guys, is the silver star that comes up doesn't count in this 4-star bit here. So make sure you put it to 4-star, because then you get 4 gold stars, rather than when you set it to here, you're never going to get anyone come through. Transfer, and then I go to contract status, and I do however long I've got left. So 3 months left of the season, top priority, and they'll find me some unbelievable young players there. So they're not going to be right now, but that is how we've found everyone in. I mean, there's no one with contract expiring, so that's why, isn't it? That is exactly how we've done that in terms of the free transfers and the good young free transfers. So do that in your saves. It will help you out massively. Can we survive the Championship? I hope so. I will take, what is it, 21st? We'll take 21st. We'll take it, please. We're going to have to scroll, which is always nerve-wracking, but you can tell we are not relegated. Ask and you shall receive. We come 19th. We were clear of relegation by actually 11 points in the end. Bristol Rovers, who we went up with last year, come second in the league. They automatically relegated with Portsmouth, and Bristol City on 20 points got absolutely demolished. Brentford, Norwich, Watford have gone up. We are safe. And we've been, I say we've been repaid. They've not helped us at all, have they? The board are not helping the situation in the slightest. The team looks fairly good. You can see them really sort of planning for next season. A wing back on the left, a centre mid. I mean, to replace Sam Murray, of course. Another centre mid, and a lot of backups to come in. But how did actually players do? Well, Sunset Bell done very well. McNeil didn't do quite as what I expected as a United fan. I'd hoped he'd have absolutely smashed it. Tom Bloxham done okay, and Paul Mullin, well, he's played just 5 games in the Championship and not really set the world alight. Let's see, what transfers can we make to improve this horrible situation? Well, I've pulled off some absolutely unbelievable signings. It starts with these two right here. Fayozi Tazi, a young player from NAC Brado, has come up. We signed on a free contract. That system I showed you guys, the way of signing players, that is how we found him. 19 bravery, 16 determination. He looks unbelievable. The only thing is he would not talk about anything other than this £7.25 million in terms of a bigger club coming in for him. So I almost guarantee you he will not be here at the end of the season. But to show you a player you could get £4,500 a week, and he's fantastic. And someone to sit next to him, Luis Angel Aguirre. It was a free contract. He was not at a club. He was released from LAFC. So I have no idea why. I'm guessing he just didn't sign a contract. He went to West Brom on loan. An absolute stinker in the Premier League. He looks fantastic for the Championship, I'll tell you that now. Unbelievably consistent. Great mentals as well. 18 determination. Just 10 heading. But I tell you what, aggression, bravery, maybe some red cards on the books. A little angry Mexican 6'4" demon running through the defence. He looks very, very good. So the defence instantly has been massively improved. Another player we found doing that little tactic. A right wing back, 2.5 star potential, 2.5 star ability, 5-star potential. Moroccan man. We've signed him from VVV Venlo. He looks very, very good on a free contract. More players coming in. Johan Bovric, currently no work permit. But my God, does he look good. As a left back, we're going to train him up to be an attacking wing back. He'll be absolutely outstanding for us. 18 determination, 16 decisions, 16 teamwork, 16 tackling. He's already worth £10 million. The Norwegian has been signed on a free contract from Midsund in Norway, who, to be honest, I don't even think are a professional club. So a great find from the scouts there. Sean McGurk has been signed also, man from Leeds. We've signed him for free. He's on a fair bit of money, I believe. Oh, only 6.5k. Absolutely nothing. Great flair, dribbling, first up. He's going to be our Dylan Stevenson replacement. And he's going to do that very well as well. And another man that's come in, Joe Wormleighton. We've signed him on a free contract from Leicester, I believe. 4.5-star potential, 3.5-star current ability. A very good attacking wing-back. Crossing, dribbling, first touch, all looks superb. And they are some massive signings. Andre de Silva's left us to go to Huddersfield. 450k we got for him. And again, the classic players are going out on loan, going out there and getting some experience. Again, just to show you, the whole club is stepping up levels and levels and levels. 14 training facilities now, 12 youth facilities. We're actually predicted to come last, which, that's the meat. There is no way we're coming last. That is outrageous. We're going to win the league. I'm telling you, this team is fantastic. McNeil and Sunset Bell possibly could have done with an even better striker, but was very hard to find, especially with the signing, the money we had. We are 8k in debt already. Boubacar Traore as well does end up coming in. Obviously, I've played this season. I cannot believe we predict to come last. I've already played through this season and we don't come last, obviously. Boubacar Traore is also coming in, a very good central midfielder. So add him in to this team where Longstaff is. So it's Bishop, Tazzy, Astley, Aguirre, Wormleighton, Mukatir, McGurk, McRory, Traore, Sunset Bell, McNeil. Rojas is still here as a very good young goalkeeper. Barma, Cundy, Oso, Rami, Bovrick, Boot, Rees, Hayes and Mullin. Rees, another one through our youth system, is now part of the first team. So it's good to see that they are actually coming through and being usable. Again, not too much has been changed other than I've gone to a shorter passing and a higher tempo. So it's maybe slightly more overpowered. And attacking Metzala, an attacking sentiment on attack. Can we do bits? We can do bits. I'm going to assure you that we're not going to come last. Can we get promoted? We'll see. We'll start things off in the 16th minute of the playoff semi-finals. A long ball forward from Bishop. And who is there of all people? Paul Mullin scores a goal in the Championship semi-finals. Unbelievable. Paul Mullin is still here. Araujo for Cardiff, the Battle of Wales. Juan Manuel, Araujo down the left-hand side, whips the ball in the box, and Giles scores to make it 1-1 for the first leg in the semi-finals of the playoffs. Well, now we've got to go away to Cardiff. Can we do it? Well, Sunset Bell was recovering from an injury, so Paul Mullin had to start this game as well. 20th minute, Tayshaun Oakley-Boot, a great ball over the top, and the man signed from Leeds, Sean McGurk, puts us 1-0 up in the 20th minute. We are leading 2-1 on aggregate. McGurk on the ball, finds super Paul Mullin to Wormleighton down the right-hand side. Can he get a ball in the box? He's down the right, he whips it in, and there's Charlie McNeil, the man we signed to pull us forward. It's 3-1 on aggregate. Surely that's over. Mullin on the ball, finds Barma on the right-hand side, pays it back into Tayshaun Oakley-Boot. Another unbelievable pass, and the goal scorer himself, Charlie McNeil, 4-1 on aggregate. It's only the first half as well, but I assure you that's our goals done. Can Cardiff come back? It's a ball in from Traore. Kalu gets the ball for Cardiff, 61st minute, does end up beating the man, gets the ball in the box, and Cardiff do score. But it's not enough. It's 4-2 in aggregate. We're going to another playoff final. This time, it's the biggest game in footballing history. Wrexham in the Championship final. And if this does not get your hearts racing, I do not know what will. It is Sunderland, Wrexham in the final. And Sunderland take a lead in just 9 minutes. It's Moller with a goal, chipping the keeper. And Sunderland looks to go 2-0 up. It's Costa. It's in. It's 2-0 Sunderland. Oh no. Waters, Sims, Clark. It's 3-0 Sunderland in 18 minutes to give you a bit of context. McNeil gets the ball, heads it down to Longstaff, to McAteer, finds McNeil, who scores an absolute screamer and puts Wrexham back in it. It's 3-1, 21 minutes in, 37th minute. Can we get another goal before half-time? Tayshaun tries the ball over the top. Shocking defending there, and Sunset Bell back from injury. 3-2. Can we score again? Or is it going to be Sunderland? Oakley-Boot, Astley, a poor ball. Moller on the ball. It's 4-2, and shocking goalkeeper there from Bishop. It's the 91st minute. It's surely all over. Wormleighton, Barma, McCrory. McNeil scores, but it's surely a consolation. An unbelievable goal. Or is it consolation? Sunset Bell finds McNeil, who finds McGurk to Longstaff. Gets a shot off, and Matty Longstaff scores to make it 4-4 against Sunderland, the Newcastle lad. And it's penalties. It's Mullin with the first penalty. It scores. Moller for Sunderland scores. Longstaff scores. It's 2-1 Wrexham currently. Applecamp for Sunderland scores. It's 2-2. Sunset Bell scores. It's 3-2 to Wrexham. Barr, he scores. It's 3-3. Osso, he scores. He hits the post, but he does score it. And Paulson steps up, scores also. It's 4-4. Hayes with all the pressure. The man from Wrexham does score. And Diamande for Sunderland scores also. When is this going to end? McCrory saved by the Sunderland goalkeeper. Barmer scores. We must have missed Sunderland scoring their penalty. I'm not sure why the highlights bugged out like that, but we won 6-5 on penalties. Woo! That was a bit anticlimactic because it sort of bugs. But Gramsio and Whittow lost the penalty shootout for Sunderland. We actually got dominated in that game, but we're going up to the Premier League. An absolutely unbelievable season predicted to come last. We snuck into the playoffs just 1 point above Reading. 77 points level with Sunderland. We beat Cardiff, who were just 1 point away from the Premier League. They bottled it. Charlie McNeil, 25 goals this season. He absolutely smashed it. I knew he'd had a come-of-age season, and this was that season. 6th place. I'm absolutely buzzing. Looking at the squad, who else done very well? Well, McNeil got 28, Sunset Bell got 24, and Paul Mullin gets Wrexham to the Premier League. 11 goals. What an absolute king. 33 years of age. Mullin has saved us, and he's got us back into the big time. Sean McGurk, 8 goals, 8 assists. Traore, the player we did sign at the very end of the August window, 5 goals, 4 assists. Longstaff, what an important goal. He scored 3 all season, but one of them was in the biggest game of his career, and he doesn't even like big matches. We've been repaid £31 million, £350 in wage budget as well. And look at the club. 14 training facilities, 14 new facilities. We are going places. Data Hub, we were much better on goals. We actually conceded more goals this time, which was a little bit odd. Going into the tactics, we were on a positive mentality. That shorter passing and quick tempo definitely helped us out. Passing to space, low crosses. We've done very well this season. The Mezzalas on attack, the centre mids on attack. We've done much, much better. And you can see as well, the unbelievable centre-back we signed has in fact gone. Where did he end up going? For 7.25 million. He went to Leeds, where I'm sure he has played a game and he got a 5.9. We may have dodged a bullet. He looks fantastic. We definitely haven't. It's going to take a lot to keep us up this season. I'm fully aware of that. Predicted to come bottom of the Championship, sneaking up for the playoffs. It's not the first time you've heard it happen. Can we stay up in the Premier League? I'm just absolutely buzzing. McNeil, absolute king. He's certainly got to stay for this Premier League season. Surely we can't replace him. It'll be an unbelievable window if we do, because he was quite literally outrageous last season, and I'm absolutely buzzing. Wrexham are in the Premier League, but like I said, it's not about getting there, it's about staying there. Can we stay in the Premier League? £30 million. Let's see if we can do it. Well, they gave us the money, and the money has been spent. 33 million in that bit of the window, 18 there, so just over £50 million spent to try and keep us in the Premier League. First player, Tommy Brown, our very own Roy Keane. He's an Irishman, he's aggressive, he's brave, he's a fantastic midfielder. He is number 1 through the door. Second one through the door, an unbelievable young goalkeeper I've just signed and loaned out, because if we get relegated, he's going to be unbelievable next season in the Championship, and if we don't, this save is always going to be available to you guys down below in the Discord chat, and you get to have this unbelievable goalkeeper, Isak Gabriel Helt-Nielsen. Fantastic player. 4.5 million, I believe he was. 4.6. Great signing. Zach Awe, a player we actually had in the Let's Play. He's come in for 2.6 to be a backup centre-back. Papa Diop, another very good player signed. How outrageous does he look? No work permit for him, sadly, so you guys have got to try and get that through for him. But he's 24 caps for Senegal already. I'm sure it's not going to be far until he does get that work permit. He's got a value of £57 million. So right now, he's in the under-21s for you guys to use, or for us to use in the Championship next year if we can get that work permit come through. An unbelievable signing. Miroslav Baylis, a value of £70 million. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we signed Artem Lemishko at this point in the Let's Play. Very similar circumstances, and it didn't work very well for us. £25 million spent, a big money centre-back. Can he help us more than Lemishko did? I really, really do hope so. Javi Montas has come in, centre midfielder. He looks very, very good from Colombia. Great first touch, great dribbling, great pace. He's going to be a very good Mezzala for us, I am sure. Hayden Hackney, £875,000. An absolute steal, if I do say so myself. He's going to be very good in that midfield role. Sergi Velarde, a signing from Atletico Madrid. A striker with 8 finishing. I know what you're thinking. I think he's going to be good enough. He looks great. 16 dribbling, 16 aggression, 18 determination, a pressing forward written all over him. He looks very, very good, and £16 million for him as well. Matias Aquino, currently only a right back. We're going to train him to be a right wing back. He's 4.5 stars there. What great, unbelievable current ability he's got, and potential abilities there as well. We need to improve that consistency, but a little tricky Argentinian is certainly a player who's going to come into this team and an absolute monster of a signing. Victor Boniface, now I believe this is the guy, it is, that has absolutely killed it at Bodo Glimt last season and is killing it in Union Saint-Gilloise this season. Obviously in their Europa League run, they could potentially get to the semi-finals, and actually as this video comes out, they're playing this evening against Roma. So Victor Boniface, unbelievable player, and possibly the weirdest player as well. CDM or striker, I love it. I absolutely love it. 6'3", he's an absolute mountain. Great pace, great finishing, great strength. Hopefully he can be the difference. And of all things, we actually did end up replacing Charlie McNeil because Boniface was our striker with Pelvade. It was Bishop in goal. All the way from League 2, Nathan Bishop, to play in the Premier League. Barmer, Aguirre, Bayliss, Aquino and Bovrick are the two wing backs. I mean, Bovrick can't actually play because of his work permit. So I'm guessing it's Mukatir, McGurk, Hackney, Mantuas, Valverde and Boniface. Unbelievable team. Let's just hope we can stay in the Premier League. I mean, I'm going to guess we're going to be predicted last. 1,000 to 1 to win the league. I mean, the bottom three are quite strong there. They're all the promoted teams. It's Millwall, it's Stoke, it's Wrexham. Let's go ahead and win the league. Let's defy odds. We did it last season. I'll take 6th place, to be honest. Let's see what we can do with this Wrexham side. When it comes down to the last day of the season, Brentford have lost 2-0 to Aston Villa. A point away at the Etihad gets us safety in the Premier League. Can we do it? We can see the final score in this one. It was a 2-2 game and we did end up staying up and it looks outrageous. We actually drew 3-3 to Man City in August as well. So it was 2 draws against Manchester City, who have dominated the Premier League recently. Actually a very off season for them this time. Borvik managed to get his work permit through. Man City scored to make it 1-0. Borvik, ball into the box. Boniface, by the way, smashed it this season. Scores for us to make it 1-1. It was Yusuf on the ball for Man City. Boniface pressing from the front like an absolute monster that he is. Goes 1-on-1 and does end up finishing. Let's make it 2-1 to Wrexham. And Man City scored in the, hurry up, 78th minute. A Zuniga penalty, scoring to make it 2-2. But it was enough. And we stayed up in the Premier League on the last day of the season. And I'm sorry, look at the passion. The passion from the club. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow cards in one game. That is outrageous. We surely got fined an outrageous amount of money for that. We were pretty much a very good start to the season, to be honest. And then we were in around 19th, 18th, 19th, 18th, 17th on day dot of the season. A negative goal difference of 30. Brentford with 19. Conceding goals is a real issue for us this season. 2.08 conceded per game. 1.29 score per game, which was about average. In terms of goals scored, Boniface killed it. 23 goals in 38 games and actually was third top goal scorer. Oscar Martin from Chelsea, no idea who he is. Unbelievable finishing pace. He was first, Haaland second, and Boniface just 2 goals behind Erling Haaland. Unbelievable sign of Victor Boniface, and one I'm very happy that we made. I hope Union Saint-Gilloise do very well against Roma, because if Manchester United beat Sevilla tonight, that's who we've got in the semi-finals. So Boniface, do well tonight and do bad for the rest of the Europa League. But that's enough about United, and that's enough of this Wrexham rebuild. Thank you guys for watching. If you got to the end, you're absolute legends. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow all the things we mentioned earlier. Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. You help me out an unbelievable amount. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.